morning, good evening, and thank you to the convener of Talking Trade, Mr. Femi Boyede. I want to also thank the team, and let me also thank our participants that are always here every time. Let me start from where Mr. Boyede said, how sustainable is the FX regime? At least as a Nigerian, I'm aware that loans have been taken from Afrexim, and it will take the country over 1.3 trillion naira to service that loan. And so I want to think, wanting to do the right thing, which we all know, should even make us focus on those things, rather than wanting to take up loans to sustain the effects. And the only way, the WTO president, who is our own, even said it recently, that Nigeria cannot do without exports. And so if some of our products have been rejected, why were they rejected? Standards and certification. Is it difficult for Nigeria, like other countries do, to help put that place in order so that there won't be rejection? I've often said, even if it has to be loaned for like 2-3 years, give loans out for people to be able to get those certifications because they're so expensive. But you know what I've heard? And I want to sum it up to say, most people don't understand what some other people go through at their backyard. So we sit at the front of our own yard, and then we want to let them know that they don't know how to do what they're doing at their backyard. I'm saying that to say, if people don't understand what it means to be a non-oil exporter, in fact, let me say this very clearly. Nigeria is not doing me a favor to be a non-oil exporter. I am the one doing Nigeria a favor because when I operate in that field, I'm going to help generate the needed FX. Because it is Nigeria that needs the FX to balance their trade activities so that they don't keep going to go and borrow. For the sake of little argument, if Nigerians are 10 million in the diaspora, and each Nigerian buys $50 monthly, that's $500 million in a month from small businesses that just sell food items, because Nigerians still have that taste, and so they want to still enjoy the taste of Nigeria. And so now we're now adding, because some things are happening and we do not know, we think we do not know how to resolve, and we think the only solution is to ban all food. As a woman and as a small business owner, most of us have engaged in this business because the past government have supported us by the then vice president crashing the prices, the cost of NAFDAC registration. And so most of us evolved from there. As a business owner and as a processor, most of us have had to sell our properties. I started with farming. 3 years down the line, I can't go to my farm because I don't want to be kidnapped. Now I'm engaged in food processing. I sold my vehicles, I sold all my shares. My shares of 2 million at 300,000. And I'm working like most of us are in processing. Now, let me also say that because we operate, most women and small businesses operate in the processed food sector. The people who cannot feed in Nigeria, that they are banning things for, because we believe that foods are not sufficient. They cannot buy my product because they are processed. They have been packaged to international standards. And they can't even go and buy in ShopRite where my products are. Even the open market where they buy from, they cannot even afford it. Is it a jerrycan of rice that is 1,600 naira that most of those people can buy? Some of them who work with us, we pay them 25,000, we pay 30,000. Their children will go to school. How much are schools collecting? Transportation. So let me not miss words at all to say that one, as much as most of us supported the fuel deregulation, I feel that it is the floating of the naira, of the FX immediately, that caused this crisis. And 2 days ago, what did we wake up to see? My light jumping from 66 naira to 225. And I told people, and then they said some people are zero band. Me, I'm band A. If I produce anything or I render any service to those zero band people, they are the ones who will pay for the light, because I'm going to charge it. Indomie will charge it, Coca-Cola will charge it, water will charge it. Every other person will charge it. So who is paying at the end of the day? So coming down to say a bit of what I would need to say before you ask me to go. Export, every country must engage in import and export. So if we want to ban most of the things that have come under our export, which is food, for instance, then is Nigeria encouraging importation? That will put more strain on the FX, the little FX. Then let me also talk about denominating the sales in naira. When I signed my export contract, did I sign it in naira or in dollar? And so if my money will now come in and Nigeria says it is not under PAPS or after, that we will now say, okay, after will pay me in naira. But if I sell to Europe and US or Asia, I'm going to be paid in quotes in dollars. And so Nigeria says naira. I want to ask, is NNPC also being paid in naira, or will be paid in naira, because all of us are doing exports? I beg, if I continue today, we will not live here. So thank you very much. But for the peace of this country and for progress of Nigeria, policy makers, because they don't understand what we are going through, that we hardly can eat. Most people can eat, because I don't know anyone now who is working with their hands in private business, that are small businesses, that can afford what they have been affording before, or what they should use to provide themselves good life. So if those who work with government believe that they have money because they are paid salaries, and then we will keep turning out chunks of policies and policies that keeps impoverishing the people, I don't think it is good enough. So until we leave they, because it is becoming a battle of they and us, or we and them, until we leave that place, there won't be progress. There won't be tranquility. Businesses will not thrive. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. As usual, we are not disappointed.